Hi everyone, welcome back to Whiskey Trek. I'm Jackson.
I'm Natalie.
And today, off the back of a Ferrari 1-2, a Charles Leclerc victory at the US Grand Prix, following his victories of Monaco and Monza, which is basically all I can ask for other than also Spa. He won the 3 out of the 4 I wanted to care about. We're here to review Wild Turkey's 70th anniversary, an 8-year and 9-year blend of Wild Turkey 101.
I'm excited. That
was quite the intro, most of which had nothing to do with bourbon. So apologies if you don't care, but I care a hell of a lot. So
he does.
What can I say? Charles Leclerc is my man, and I love him forever and ever.
All right, whiskey.
Yes. All right. Wild Turkey's 70th anniversary. What is it? Well, it is in honor of Jimmy Russell's 70th anniversary at Wild Turkey. He is now the longest serving Master Distiller ever. Ever. He has been at the Wild Turkey Distillery since he was 18 years old. This release is in honor of him, and it was chosen from barrels that he selected because those were the flavor profiles he preferred. So most of the whiskey that is in this blend is from their Tyrone warehouse, which is what he prefers. It is at its 101 proof, which is what he prefers. It is around 8 to 9 years old, which is what he prefers. So this is all for Jimmy. And I'm super excited about it. As you can see, have had some. I actually bought 2 bottles of this because I was very excited. Something you might be thinking about in comparison is Wild Turkey 12 year, the one that comes in the purple box from Japan. We currently don't have one, although we used to, and we will be getting another one because we love that bottle. I will say that having tasted this and having had a whole bottle of that, the profiles are almost completely different, where the 12 is extremely rich and dark and fruit forward. This is much more of your classic turkey baking spice, a little bit of that, rye spice, cinnamon, bright citrus fruits rather than the dark, rich fruits.
All right, well, I want to see for myself.
As do I. Once again. Cheers, Natalie.
Cheers.
Okay, second time going to it. There's a lot more fruit notes on the nose than I remember.
Yes, I was getting like that, not peach exactly, but like that bready cobbler type of fruit dessert.
Yeah, cobbler's a good note. I don't necessarily think it's peach.
Yeah.
It's too dark for that. It's almost like a raspberry blackberry cobbler.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, sounds really good. It smells really good. And I will say, one aspect of this, right? I picked this up for $48. I picked it up for MSRP, and getting a 12 at MSRP is impossible. You have to order them online from Japan, essentially. Unless you fly to Japan, in which case you're paying, I don't know, over $1,000 for a plane ticket.
Easily.
In which case it's not very useful. So we're talking $160 for the 12 versus $50 for the 8. Yeah, we'll call that good value. Let's go ahead and have a taste.
Yay. Okay, it is definitely leaning on the palate more to the dessert. I kind of lose the citrus that you were talking about. Maybe I can find orange peel in there.
I get orange for sure. But I lose the fruit notes that I was upfront about. So it's leaning more into the vanillas and that side, as well as the finish is all that baking spice. So it's got a lot of interesting characteristics to it, even though it is 101 proof. And honestly, for the proof, the mouthfeel's really not bad. I think the 12 is better on mouthfeel. But again, we're talking kind of different ages, different price range, different flavor profiles here. So for the 8-year, 101 proof, the mouthfeel is pretty dang good for being under 10 years. The baking spice really takes over at the finish. I think there is a good amount of orange up front. I think that's kind of what carries in most of the flavor on the front end. And then the middle of the palate kind of is dominated by that vanilla flavor.
I love that. That was well said.
Thank you. I spilled a little on my...
Waste. the waste.
Well, I'm just a mess.
Going back on the nose, like much stronger orange peel. Like I mostly get that now. It's in my head, obviously, but now I'm like, wow.
Orange comes out more on the second sip as well. So I get what you're saying. There's also the ever so slight hint of that Wild Turkey youthful like nut and cinnamon.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
But barely. Like barely. Like it is barely there. And I love that because the newer Wild Turkey products, the new Rare Breed, the new 101, the new 84, 81 proof, all of their newer like staple products are leaning more and more into that cinnamon and nut profile. And it's just a little sad. And so to see something come out of Wild Turkey that is back to form of baking spice forward with a little bit of that citrus and caramel and vanilla is so refreshing and nice. And it's a limited edition, and it's $50 MSRP, and it's findable. Golly, I love it. It's like take Wild Turkey 12's fruit notes, dial it back about 50%, and then put it all on the nose. And that's what that's like. You get none of it on the palate, but half of the Wild Turkey 12's fruit notes, which is like most of what Wild Turkey 12 is concentrated on the nose right here, and it's amazing. Okay, so $50. Bargain, not a bargain, too much, too little?
Oh, bargain. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think in today's bourbon market, this holds up at 70.
Yeah.
I think I think 70 is about like, yeah, that's about what I would pay. But in today's bourbon market, what bottle is there that you don't go, yeah, that's a stretch, but I'd pay that? You know, like that's what this feels like. And it's a limited edition, and it's a celebratory bottle for a really cool occasion, and it's a great example of what Turkey strives to be and what they're not anymore most of the time for their cheaper products. I don't know. I think $50 is a great deal for an 8-year age-stated legacy bottle that's widely available, that tastes exactly like you remember and want this distillery to taste like.
That was a beautiful soundbite. Oh my gosh.
All right, well guys, that'll do it for here at Whiskey Trek today. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you guys think about Wild Turkey 70th down below. Do you think it holds up to the 12-year, or just tell us your thoughts in general? And we'll see you guys next time here on Whiskey Trek. Cheers, y'all.
Bye.